Hi, my name is Liz Cowgill. I am one of the school counselors at John Adams Middle School. And next school year, the school year of 24-25, I will be the sixth grade school counselor. So all the incoming kids from Rogers, Grant, and Edison, and this video is for Edison parents, I will be the school counselor for all those incoming students. This video is particularly and exclusively for Edison families as they navigate John Adams with classes and with the schedule. So let's get right into it. There are two different types of classes that your child will take throughout the rest of their education. They'll either take required classes or they'll take elective classes. Required classes that Edison children will take at John Adams Middle School are humanities, math, science, PE, and English language arts. You may be unfamiliar with the term humanities, but your child is actually kind of taking that class now at Edison. It is Spanish language arts and social studies taught in Spanish. So because humanities is two different subjects, Spanish language arts and social studies in Espanol, it's actually 2 periods long, which means we have 6 periods in the school day. So the humanities class will take up first and second periods, or it may take up third and fourth periods, or it may take up fifth and sixth periods. The master schedule hasn't been developed yet, but that's normally how the humanities class works. And humanities for the children at Rogers and Grant is exactly the same. It's English language arts and social studies taught in English. The main difference between immersion students and non-immersion students is immersion students have to take the required course of English language arts. So they continue their English skills and hone up on their English skills to help them next school year. Let's take a look at the elective classes. Edison children can just stick with the required classes, and that's all they have to take: humanities, math, science, PE, and their English language arts. However, Edison kids are allowed to choose an elective, just like all the other electives that Grant kids and Rogers kids can take. However, by taking an additional elective, immersion students must take a AM class. So we'll talk about that in just a second. I'd like to go over the elective classes that children can choose from. Edison children may choose one of the following electives. There's orchestra, which is a music class that involves violin, viola, cello, bass, where you drag a bow across a string. There is no guitar, banjo, or ukulele. And Edison children at John Adams can choose a band class. Band is any instrument that you blow into or you beat on. So drums, percussion, and anything ranging from flute to tuba. There's also choir. Choir is singing. There is another elective. There are 2 non-musical electives. One of them is engineering and the other one is exploratory. Engineering is project-based learning. Most of it is done within the classroom, and the exploratory class is a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It's 1 full semester of engineering and then 1 semester of art, or it can start with 1 semester of art and then go to 1 semester of engineering. So those are the elective classes that your child can choose, and again, your child may choose 1 elective class. The way to sign up for elective classes is to go to your child's SMM K-12 account. Within your child's teacher's Google Classroom, there will be a link to a Google form, and your child will just simply put in what their elective choice is. They actually ask for what is your number one, your elective that you really, really, really want. What is your number 1 choice? And then I ask, well, what's your number 2 choice? Just in case you don't get your number 1 choice, what's your backup choice? What's your second elective choice? And then I also ask, well, if you don't get your first elective choice and you don't get your second elective choice, what's your third elective choice? What's your backups elective choice? Though to be honest with you, if your child wants to be in music, they're guaranteed to be in a music class because the seats are limitless. There are enough seats for all students who want to take music. However, in the non-music classes, engineering and exploratory, those seats are limited, which is why I need what is your second elective choice and what is your third elective choice. So that's about the elective classes. Let's take a look at the schedule. The schedule for next school year is brand new and quite different than the schedules from last year. We've been a traditional block schedule school. But next school year, we're going to try something new and we're going to go to a hybrid schedule. This hybrid schedule reflects Santa Monica High School's schedule, which is 3 days of all your classes and 2 days of block scheduling. So let's take a look at it. On Monday and Tuesday, if an Edison child decides to take an elective class, orchestra, band, choir, engineering, or exploratory, their day will begin at 8 o'clock. If you have older children, or if you know older children who have been through John Adams, normally the AM class has been PE, but that's no longer the case. In the future, an AM class could be a math class. It could be a science class. It could be English language arts. It could be that first part of humanities. And so just to let you know that if your child decides to take an elective class, then their day will begin at 8 o'clock. If your kid is like, I'm fine with just taking the required classes. I'm fine with just taking humanities, math, science, PE, and English language arts, then their day would start at 9 o'clock. But I gotta tell you, with my 8th graders and all the immersion students, there is only one student in the entire 8th grade in immersion who is choosing just to take the required classes and not to take an elective. All the 8th graders who are in immersion, except that one kid, opt to take an elective class. So I'm going to bet that your kid will want to take an elective and their day will start at 8 o'clock. Then they'll proceed to their first period class and their second period class. Then there's a break. That break is called nutrition. It's about 15 minutes. It's just enough time to get something to eat, use the restroom, talk to friends. Then they proceed to their third period class and their fourth period class. Then they have a lunch break. After lunch, they go to a class called advisory. I tell all my 5th graders that Dreambox follows them to middle school. Dreambox is a math enrichment program, and that's what we do during advisory to hone up on our math skills, to become more proficient and better at math, and that's what they do during advisory. Though sometimes if the child is proficient at math, they may have time to actually get other work done as well, like homework from their other classes. A lot of times parents will ask me, does my child have any homework? And I look up their grades, and if their grades are good, then I tell the parent, your child is really using their time and managing their time well in advisory class. They're getting through that math enrichment, and they're able to work on other work as well. Then after advisory, the child proceeds to 5th period and 6th period, and the school day ends on Monday and Tuesday at 3:15. And then we do something totally different for Wednesday and Thursday. So on Wednesday and Thursday, the start time is the same, 8 o'clock for immersion students who are electing to take an elective class, or 9 o'clock for immersion students who are just fine taking the required courses. However, on Wednesday and Thursday, children only go to 3 classes. On Wednesday, they go to their odd-numbered classes, 1st period, 3rd period, and 5th period. And on Thursday, they go to their even-numbered classes, 2nd period, 4th period, and 6th period. So the first class of the day on Wednesday and Thursday, well, it could be first period if it's a Wednesday, or it could be second period if it's a Thursday. Then they'll go to their nutrition. Then they'll hit their second class of the day, which will either be third period if it's on a Wednesday or fourth period if it's on a Thursday. Then they'll go to lunch. They'll go to advisory. And then they'll go to their last class of the day, depending on the day, either fifth or sixth period. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, the end time is different. The end time is 2:55. And then on Friday, I'm sorry that my face down here is like covering some of the stuff. I couldn't figure out how to move my face someplace else. I apologize. But on Friday, children go to all of their classes, but there is no advisory. Because on Friday, we have late start and we get out at 2:50. So because the day is shortened and truncated, the classes are very short and there is no advisory on Friday. So that's a little bit about required classes, elective classes, the schedule for the entire week. That was a lot of information to process. If you have any additional questions, please email me. My email is lcowgill@smmusd.org. And I try to get back to parents that email me as quickly as possible, which is usually within 48 hours. When you email me, if you could tell me your child's name, that would be very helpful. And welcome to John Adams Middle School. I love working at John Adams. I've been in the district since 1996, and I've been back and forth between John Adams and Malibu High School, and I'm really pleased to be at John Adams, and I'm pleased to be your child's sixth grade counselor. So welcome to the John Adams family, and again, please, if you have any additional questions, reach out. And thank you for watching my video. Okay, thank you.